Hi, I'm Melissa and welcome. Today we are going to look at a tutorial for a forward fold, which is Uttanasana, and forward folds are very common during the yoga practice. There's a lot of stretching of the hamstrings, lots of stretching of the calf muscles, and also it helps to open the spine and the lower back. Also calms the mind and aids digestion through the body. So we are going to come to a standing position at the mat. Take your feet hip width distance apart, and you know that the feet are going to be hip width distance when you take both of your knuckles and you place them inside of the feet. You can bend your knees to do this and then walk the feet closer towards each other. Feet hip width distance. So come into stand at the top of your mat and slight bend into the knees and stand up tall. Just roll the shoulders away from the ears. Find that lift, that length into the spine. Crown of the head is moving up towards the sky. So imagining there's a piece of string pulling you all the way up to the ceiling from the crown of the head, rooting down through all four corners of the feet. And slight tuck of the tailbone, core is slightly engaged, so your navel is drawing towards your spine. And just take a breath here, maybe closing your eyes in standing Tadasana, so full inhale through the nose and full exhale out through the nose. And slowly opening the eyes, just relaxing the body, relaxing the mind, and then taking your hands to your hips. And a slight bend into the knees again, so knees are tracking the same direction as the ankles. I'm going to lift the chest up towards the sky ever so slightly, so you lean back. And then as you exhale, you're going to hinge from the hips, and this is really important to find this connection as the pelvis moves back, chest starts to melt down towards the hip, and you're creating this compression into the hips and also compressing the lower chest onto the thighs. So that's how we're going to move into our forward fold. So you start to bend into the knees, start to inhale, extend the chest up towards the sky, and exhale, start to hinge from the hips, keeping the spine completely straight. And you're welcome to bend the knees as much as you need to, and definitely if your hamstrings feel really tight, and then rest the torso onto the thighs. And from here, just relax the head, relax the gaze. And then take your hands either down onto the floor, so maybe fingertips touch down onto the floor, or maybe you take them onto blocks, or maybe hands completely touch the ground. And inhale, we're going to lift and lengthen. You can take your hands either onto your shins or onto fingertips onto the floor. And inhale, find that space, that length into the spine, keeping the knees bent if you need to. And then exhale, we're going to fold forward, relaxing again the head and the neck. You might just stay around here just for a few breaths. So tailbone is really lifting up towards the sky. And crown of the head is dropping down towards the ground. We're shifting the weight slightly further into the balls of the feet. And that will help us to really fully engage into our core, into our centre, but also allow the hips to be directly stacked on top of the ankles. And just relax. And then from here, when you're ready, keeping that compression, chest onto thighs, you might then start to straighten out through the legs ever so slightly, but try not to lose that connection. And you might notice the hamstrings feel completely tight. And if you need to, start to bend the knees. Keeping that long length into the spine, so imagine there's a trickle of water moving from the very base of the spine all the way through to the crown of the head. And just notice the sensations in the back of the legs. We're trying to feel a stretch into the belly of the hamstring. We don't want to feel a stretch into the hamstring attachment. And slowly, when you're ready, inhale again, we'll lengthen out through the spine, so gazing forward. Exhale, taking the hands onto the hips, drawing the navel in and up towards the sky. Slight bend into the knees, and with a flat back, and on your inhale, we'll guide the chest up towards the sky. Back to our standing position, and straighten out through the legs. And shake the body loose. And take the hands to heart center. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Namaste.